we are on another Tuesday.
Matrix Money Tuesday.
Oh,
welcome everyone.
Man. Yes.
CCM, how you doing?
Well, like we were mentioning before, we're going live here. A little tired today. I've had a lot of doctors. The vampires came and sucked some blood there. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, but for the most part, not bad. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing all right. A little bit chilly, but I'm doing okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, what do you got for weather up there? I mean, is it not breaking yet?
It is. It's spring here. We have double-digit weather, so I can't complain about that.
There you go. Right? Yeah. It's
this weekend it might go into the minus territory again. So I don't know. We always get screwed until you're in May. I have no idea what's going to happen. It could snow tomorrow. Like anything's possible here.
Wow. Geez, I feel spoiled. We almost got to like 60 today. I was like, woohoo! I was windows open, fans in the window. I was outside. Well, I had no choice but to be outside. But while I was driving around, windows down, all that kind of good stuff.
Touch some grass. That's good. As you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt. You're in a sweater. I'm in a sweater. You're in a t-shirt. So that
exactly. That goes to show you. And I got the window open behind me. That fan's are blowing. Take it. I'll take it. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate everybody. Jump in the chats, shout out, say hey. You know the drill. Like, subscribe, share. We are everywhere again tonight. Matter of fact, I think going forward, this is going to be our standard, I think, Jar, right? We'll be on all these X channels, YouTube channels, Odyssey, Facebook. Who am I missing? Patreon. Yeah.
Patreon.
So...
yes, gonna just put out a quick tweet, let everyone know that we got started here. Just give me 1 second.
So yeah, appreciate everybody being here. I don't know if you're tuning in from the Bitcoin conference, let us know. Appreciate that. And if you're there, listen, man, have a good time. I'm gonna basically piss on the conference in a few minutes, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have a good time. And listen. Everything, let's preface it now. Doesn't mean if you have the opportunity, you shouldn't necessarily go. It's good networking opportunities. I mean, I got a lot of friends that are there that are influencers that, hell, all of Billy Goat Tales is there, stuff like that. It's a good opportunity. You know what I mean? But I think, Jar, and I'll be interested, Jar, to hear your 2 cents about this. I think what I'm going to do now is focus more on the regional and local conferences because it's like, one, I can do it like in a drive or even public transportation or something versus I got to fly halfway across the country or whatever. Never mind, even with a free ticket, that's still astronomical. But what about you? I think we got more influence in how these local conferences, regional conferences go versus what we're seeing with
that's a really good point. I'm not intentionally doing that, but that's actually what I'm already doing is I'm only going to local conferences. Most of the key ones end up happening in the US, like this one right now is happening in Vegas. I'll just pop it up on the screen. This is in Vegas. This is quite a bit of a flight and everything else for me. So especially the other ones that happen in Miami and everything else. So I'm keeping it local as well. I know quite a few people that are at this one right now, and I heard it. They're having a great time. The atmosphere is a little bit different, but when you keep it local, your voice is heard. So I think that's important to note.
Well, and you can make some really good connections at these more local ones. And just to give a quick shout out, because he took a moment to put, if you've got a question, HH42089, welcome, by the way. And if you've got a question, drop it in there, man. You can make some good connections. Like, for example, Daniel Diaz. Great. He was on our show a couple of weeks ago. Super guy and a great connection to have in the gold space, sound money space. And I met him at a conference in New Hampshire, a regional conference in New Hampshire. Eleanor Tourette, everybody knows her from Crypto in America. Met her last year, Boston Blockchain Week. It's like you can still make some of those contacts. And a lot of these people who are actually doing the work, a lot of the blockchain developers and stuff like that, are at these local conferences, kind of
Yeah.
talking about what it is that they're working on. I don't know, my opinion. I think that's where I'm going to focus right now. And
I think it's great. I think that's great. Yeah, staying local is definitely always a key way to, at least grassroots is the way usually things expand off of anyway. So, yeah, it's a great idea.
Yep. Well, I mean, shall we? Shall I start going about the Bitcoin conference? I think the Bitcoin conference, and I'm just going to put it out there and we can just hash it out. And anybody
Sure.
who's either at the conference, by all means, throw something in the chat there, or if you've got your opinions about it. I think it's lost its way, to put it very nicely.
Really? Why would you say that, CCM?
Oh, well, when you bring up the list of speakers, I think that'll just about tell everybody. And there you go, boom.
What, this list of speakers?
Yeah, that list of speakers. And it's funny because I saw someone had reposted this with a bunch of clown faces on everybody, and except for Saylor and Dorsey. And I shot him a message back and said, you missed two, because quite frankly, Saylor doesn't represent this space. He's another captured entity who's sitting there helping to centralize Bitcoin. Sorry.
Right.
And Dorsey, I'm sorry, after that whole fandango with the Bitcoin faucet,
That's a wonderful faucet that they're over there.
Yeah, exactly. You can shove it, bud. Anyway, again, I have some opinions. I'm just saying, but I really do. I mean, think about it. This was supposed to be the conference that was like the main anti-establishment, anti-government, don't tread on me kind of conference.
Right.
And now you got these guys as your headliners on day one. It's like,
right. Yeah. So it's supposed to be government involvement in an adoption, and now it's regulatory capture. At least that's some of the headlines that I'm reading. And that's exactly what it is. The tables have definitely turned right now.
Yep.
And the attendance has also changed. At least
so it seems. And just to the point what you said about regulatory capture, I agree like 1,000%. But it's funny because today I saw some Bitcoin businesses and maxis out there. No, having them here is proof of concept. It's proof that we are now taken seriously. And I'm thinking to myself, what world are you living in, dude? You're just licking their boots. Like I don't even, I mean, I don't know, Jar. What do you think? You got the look at it from the outside the country kind of thing. What do you think?
Yeah, it's, we have different things on over here like FinTrack and OCSE that helps observe these sort of regulatory normalizations and trends in the way they actually work out. And it usually keeps the government a foot back from their involvement, except for keynote conversations where the government has some sort of impact on it. There's pros and cons to it, though. I mean, you do want these people involved. You do want them to be involved in the conversation in general. But how much control are they going to gain through these interactions? And how close are they working with corporations to bring adoption to the masses? So, yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons that come along with it.
Well, I mean, think about it. Some of these speakers' job is to literally centralize everything as much as possible in the financial space.
Literally centralize it. Yes.
Yeah.
Michael Saylor's doing a fantastic job of doing that.
Well, yeah. I wasn't even talking about him. I was talking about the people from the Trump administration. But Saylor's just helping him along with his 815,000 BTC that he's holding on to and leveraging himself to the hilt to go and get more of every day. And one of the things we're going to talk about is we got Peter Schiff. I think I mentioned it yesterday when I was live. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Skip too many people here because I mean, I know we're focusing on the government and, quite frankly, crapping on Saylor and Dorsey. But let's not forget, like, another person who's I don't think was on that list there, Eric Trump, right? I mean,
Yeah, he's
So,
actually down. He's hiding over here at the bottom.
oh, I missed him.
Down
He's
there.
way down the bottom of the pile. There we go.
Yeah.
The bottom of the bottom of the heap, right where he belongs. But anyway, I mean, think about it. You got all kinds of crap going on with WLFI right now, right? You've got Justin Sun suing WLFI because they have a backdoor, they froze his funds, all this other stuff. And I guarantee that we're gonna see that proven true. Well, let's put it this way: I can't guarantee anything, right? But I will be very surprised if that's not proven true. With regard to, once the lawsuit works its way through, I believe they're going to end up settling that, because they're not going to want that to come out, because then that's going to cascade more lawsuits.
Right. There's already been settlements that have already taken place, so I can only see that the future ones will have pretty much the same consequences. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit, because some videos surfaced that came from a few years ago, just to bring some more drama into the scenario as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I almost forgot about that.
But there's these conferences end up becoming lobby events, not really a freedom of movement gathering, and that's kind of like the key thing here, and that's why a lot of people are getting disgruntled about it. And the temperature has changed quite dramatically as well, and you're seeing a lot of actors coming on stage signaling things for crypto, although they have ulterior motives. So I can see a lot of unhappy people voicing their opinions on X lately.
I mean, and I expect that, like, the overall takeaway from most people who are probably at the conference will be positive. Just because, I mean, hey, you're in that environment, it's electric, you're in Vegas, you're
places.
You're like, and not for nothing.
Yeah.
You do have networking opportunities, like I mentioned when we first started the stream, right? And those networking opportunities are like super important. They really are. You're making those person-to-person connections. I mean, this is great being able to do this, but Jar, I mean, let's be honest, it's not like I'm driving to Toronto tomorrow to go have dinner with you. You know what I'm saying? Not that I wouldn't want to, mind you, but it's not happening.
Like what you were saying earlier, it's not such an intimate setting when it's such a massive conference like this. So the relationship and the distance between people is going to be there. There's also barriers, literal barriers, because there's VIP sections and then there's just general gatherings. So that access and that reach is being defined by actual attendance that happens in these conferences, and you're actually segregated. So maybe that openness and that freedom of speech and that conversation and that interaction is definitely going to be depleted in such events. In the mining conferences, because they're still small, you still get that freedom. Even the major ones that happen, there's still quite a bit of conversation that comes out of there.
And we should probably throw that out, right? Consensus is in like a week and a half or something like that, 2 weeks in Miami.
Yeah, right. So consensus is coming up in Miami. There's also consensus that's happening in Toronto as well. That's later in the year.
Oh, yeah.
So for fellow Canadians, that one's happening. I might actually attend that one.
Oh, there you go. We'll keep you up to date on that. So if guys meet up with Jar, but you bring up a good point too, Jar. Unless you've got a free ticket to this Bitcoin conference and it's like somewhat travelable,
right? Yeah.
Who can afford it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Obviously, some people can afford it, but like the average Joe, who this is supposed to be the freedom money, the P2P. I ain't affording that. I don't know about
how much are tickets. I don't know how much tickets are, because usually when I attended, I would only go if it was a free ticket provided by. I was
going to say, does it say on the screen that you just had up there? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Let me check. Let me see if I can find
I'm sure it's well over $1,500. And Trade Intuition is in the house. Thank you for smashing that like button. Appreciate you, brother. Bingo Bango's in the chat.
Holy crap! Okay, let me pop this up here.
How bad was I off?
All right, let's take a look at the prices. All right, so this is the general admissions pass, $700, $699. The pro pass is $2,100. The whale pass, $13,000. Okay, so they also have after hours passes, which I guess is going to be the meet and greets, $230. And then after parties, $150.
This is not priced for the average
No, it's
person.
definitely not. Yeah. As
It
soon
is
as you go
not.
north of $100, you're starting to separate yourself from
Yep.
everybody.
Yep.
Because that's like the average concert ticket that an individual would go to would be about $100 or less, or at least that's the most affordable price range.
Joe, I love Joe. I love you, brother. What currency is that? Is that Canadian dollars? What?
If it is, there's a 30% discount.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's that's the USD
Yeah,
values
that's
right there
USD.
that they're charging people, Joe. It's again, you're right, Jar. I mean, and even
Yeah.
like the Boston Blockchain Week that I told you that I'm going to be going to, that is like about $150, which for what it is and the hobnobbing, elbow rubbing opportunities that are there, especially if you're a developer, by the way, I think it's more than worth it. But I mean,
Yeah.
you're right. Even when you're getting up in that range, you're pushing the envelope for the average person. Now, especially if you're crypto curious, let's say you're not in it, you're not part of it.
Yeah, you
You've
kind of
heard about
dabble.
this Bitcoin thing, but like, are you gonna go drop what was that general admission pass, like $800?
$700.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna go
Full
drop
pack?
$700 to go learn about Bitcoin? Nah. Oh, there you go. And welcome, RBC varsity.
Yeah, wish. Yeah, no, but $700 in Vegas, you could play it a different way, right?
Yeah,
You may not
right.
be at the conference, you might be taking to a different table.
And you might make out better. Just saying.
Your odds might be better. You might get more out
Yes.
of it.
Be like the Hunger Games there. May the odds forever be in your favor or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's too much. But listen, we have a number of news articles, so we're going to go through. Jar's going to bring them up here in a minute, but I don't know. I want to look at them not only for what they are, but even through a lens of how, not so much the current. Well, yeah, I don't know. This thing is just under my skin. You know what I mean? Because it is creating the systemic problem I think we now have in cryptocurrency. It's helping to foster that, which is why I put that thumbnail. It's like, are we winning, man? Is crypto winning?
Is it though? Yeah.
Man.
Well, okay, there are cases though where adoption is definitely starting to come underway into the masses, and that would bring us to the next article that we were going to talk about.
Yeah, please.
Is adoption in general, right? And this is a food delivery service, DoorDash. I think most people have heard of it. Are now integrating a stablecoin payment system, which is a layer 1 called Temple. I don't know if you heard of Temple before, but this is a fairly new layer 1. It's new to me. And this layer 1 was created it's a collaboration creation between Stripe and Paradigm. So Stripe is a payment processor in the United States, and Paradigm is a VC venture capital corporation in the United States as well. And they're both powerhouses. They're both well versed in their spaces. Them combined together means this is going to be a very powerful network. And DoorDash is a really good testing grounds for it. They have quite a few partnerships on their website that I looked at. The one thing that surprised me with this is the age of this network, which is just barely a year old, if that. And it launched in March, and they're already starting to roll out this payment processing system. Basically, when you have a large corporation like this, at the flip of a switch, you can onboard millions of customers onto the network, and they're automatically just going to start using crypto payments. Like, it's that easy for some companies to integrate it. So I thought that was interesting. What do you think about this?
Well, I agree. It's DoorDash has a reach, right? And I get it. They're using it to pay drivers. They're going to use it to pay merchants, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, I guess integration is good integration. I say that hesitantly.
You should. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this is stable coins. It is on a newer network, and just to the point of stable coins, they're operating obviously in the United States. That means that they're compliant with the Genius Act, which also means, and we've seen it, I think we talked about it last week, where they can claw back whatever stable coin it is that you're getting. Tether did it not too long ago. USDC has done it. These guys have to be able to claw back or freeze stable coins in order to operate in the United States.
Yes.
Talk
100%.
CBDC with a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And I mean, they didn't build this blockchain out of the kindness of their heart. This is optimized for payment processing, cross-border transactions. This is a financial tool that they're going to be using. Some things to point out about this layer one that I found out about has a high throughput of 100,000 transactions per second, low latency, low fees. You don't need to use the actually, I don't even think there is a coin associated with the chain itself. For example, for Ethereum, if you want to transact on Ethereum, you have to hold some ETH, and the fees get charged into that coin itself. For Solana, it'd be the same thing. If you're on the Solana chain, you can do purchases in USDC or USDT, but you have to hold some Solana. That's not the case for Tempo. You just transact in USDT or USDC, and the fees are taken out at the transaction time of the stablecoin itself. So it's a different way of doing it. It's a more efficient way of doing it. I definitely agree with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But there's a lot of negatives that come along with it, which includes built-in compliance tools, KYC, allow list, not allow list, and everything else that goes along with it. So it was created with their interest in mind. So we definitely.
I was just going to say, yeah, exactly right. It's meant to be for them, for the business, for a corporate friendly environment. That's what it's meant to be. It's not meant to be a freedom tool by any shape or form. I mean, again, the good part, using my air quotes, I guess, is that it does bring some exposure to the cryptocurrency space as a whole. And to people and when I say that, I'm thinking DoorDash, Dashers, or whatever they're called, that, this could be their inroad to then utilizing the stable coin to get into other crypto assets. I guess that's as positive and good as I can find with regard to this, but
really stretching. Yeah.
Seriously though, and think about it. Like I said, I relate it back to the Bitcoin conference. It's like the way they've structured these conferences and not coddled, that's the wrong word, kind of sucked up to this administration, regulators, etc. Having this kind of thing is great and accelerates for stable coins and the grasp of what these government entities want to do, which is to centralize things. But like, again, with the possible exception of, okay, maybe I'll go buy some Bitcoin now or whatever, from a DoorDasher. There's nothing. This conference is basically helping to facilitate this, in my opinion. Again,
it's definitely funneling them in a direction that they wanted to go into, for sure. Yeah. And it seems kind of clear that that's what's happening, at least for most people.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Have a great one, Joe. Thanks for coming.
I appreciate Joe. Joe's the man.
Joe's great.
Yep. Love Joe. Anyway, so, okay. There's our first kind of thing. We've mentioned a couple of the ones we're going to cover today, by the way.
Oh boy. Yeah. This one's,
and I think I mentioned, are we moving over to the WLFI end of things next? Is that where we're headed?
Sir.
Okay. Well, that's where
we're going.
All right.
The drama.
How many people have heard about this? Come on.
Quick highlight. So Justin Sun, which is the founder of Tron, invested at launch, which is in September of 2024, $30 million into the WLFI project. He later bought another 3 billion tokens. I'm not too sure when. I believe that was a few months later. He bought another 3 billion tokens at a value of $45 million. So currently, right now, his value is $318 million worth of World Liberty financial tokens and assets. His lawsuit is alleging that there's a hidden smart contract blacklist function that freezes his tokens and his voting rights, and that's basically what the lawsuit is about. And there was claims also that they were threatening to report him for unspecified KYC issues, which was going to be used as leverage against him. So there's quite a few things that are happening right now, and all this happened before his $10 million settlement with the SEC.
Yep. I mean, okay, here we go. And Joe says he's still here. He's just not working today. So thanks, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Spending your time with us. Man, bingo bango's in the chat, baby. We've talked about it a number of times, right, Jar? Like the whole Trump coin thing, Melania coin thing, this launch of WLFI, all the Trumps involved in crypto. That whole scenario is part of why there is no Clarity Act yet, because now you've got Democratic senators, again, TDS runs strong in some parts of this country, and regardless what side you fall on with regard to Trump,
yes,
they rightly want to block people, even though of course they do insider trading, but like from being able to access crypto in this way and profit from crypto in this way. And I'm sorry, what Trump did coming in, launching that coin, wrong on more levels than I care to announce. And now you've got, again, the family deeply involved here, because there's no way you're not going to tell me that this family doesn't know what's going on in the world. And all those plays that are happening in the stock market that nobody can figure out who's doing it.
Oh yeah, so many suspicious plays happening. The timing of these sequences.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Come on.
Certain exchanges is happening very frequently. And I mean, like so we already had FTX and the collapse with SBF and everything else that happened a couple years ago, and a lot of negative headlines are hitting it and giving crypto a bad name in the space. It's, I mean, the image is already tarnished. This is not helping the situation. And then you bring this up, and then there was a video, like just the timing of the video that was released.
Yeah,
one of the
WLFI. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I did manage to find it. Let me see if I can post it up here. But like, why share this now? This video. What's that?
Oh, I just said, Andy, I see while you were pulling that up. Andy, say welcome. And she is.
Welcome, Andy. Welcome. The timing of the footage and everything else that's being released is just sprinkling more gasoline on the fire. And it's not like it's 2 years old. It's almost 4 years old, the footage. So
I was going to say, yeah. Yep.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, founders doing cocaine in Miami. I don't think that's new. I think I've seen this story's played out millions of times.
Well, I mean, come on, they do cocaine in the White House. But let's come on. Oh, wait, wrong administration.
It doesn't even matter which administration. It's just happening.
Yeah. Well, that, what? You're probably right about that. You're probably right. Shuby Buckets in the chat. Shuby's here. Think about this. Is this, get back to the Bitcoin conference, is this the people you want representing Bitcoin on your stage? Come on.
Yeah.
Have a little bit of integrity. Just saying.
Yeah. So the charges were possession of cocaine, felony possessions, resisting arrest, but everything was later dismissed. So nothing actually came of it. It was brushed under the rug and la-di-doo-dah.
Yeah.
Definitely saw
that about sums it up right there. Exactly. I don't know, man. I know I'm asking a question that you've kind of answered already, but I hate it looking at it from living here in the US. What does it look like from outside the country, John?
Okay, yeah. Well, there's a lot of things I can say about that. It just seems like extreme chaos. Honestly, it's not better anywhere else. Like, I can't talk about your situation when we don't have anything better over here. But the sparks are flying over here and setting off their own fires. Division is something that I can say has definitely increased, and the visibility of that, at least from an outside perspective, is quite apparent. The lines are being drawn in the sand. You got to kind of pick a team, although one team is failing on itself, and it's just exposing a lot of flaws in the system. So,
fair enough. And Andy dropping a question. You know, that is a difficult question, because I mean, there's pros and cons. But I would let me ponder that a little bit, because I look at it from a complete space, not Bitcoin only perspective on who.
ooh, that is a tricky one, right?
I know. I'm gonna star that. I'll come back to it.
So here's the thing. I can sort of just quickly say one thing.
Yeah,
the
go
face
ahead.
of crypto shouldn't actually be an individual, because it's always been community based. At least that's the inspiration behind it. So should one person be the face of it? I would probably say a community voice should be the face of it, if it's even possible. I mean, that's the way it grew from. But yeah, could you find an individual? I don't know if there is one. At first, I thought Michael Saylor was great.
I mean, you know, most of the people who, yeah, but now, yeah, you're right, Jar. You know, that's a good point. You make a very good point. Something DAO related, maybe, or whatever. And yeah, and Shubi, thanks for smacking that like button, and be safe. Have a great rest of your day, bud. What does the community look like to you? Well, again, I'm thinking more DAO-ish, and no, I'm not talking the religion. I'm talking, but if that was going to be, you know, yes, he is a good option, but I think he's literally stepped away to the point of like wanting nothing to do with it. I don't disagree, but again, he's more Bitcoin maxi versus the entirety of the space. And there's a lot of things going. See, that's the other thing. I mean, I get why a Bitcoin conference, that part doesn't bother me per se, that it's about Bitcoin. But like, there needs to be a full representation of the space, because as much as, yeah, there's still the poop coins everywhere and all this other stuff. We need complete representation. It can't just be, if you're not a Bitcoin maxi, you're bad. That, please, you know, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to speak for you, Jar, by all means.
No, like it's definitely hard to just single out one individual, and that reputation can be tarnished so easily with the news cycles that we have right now. So yeah, even if it starts off with G Styles, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, and I agree.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. But then again, to the point of like Andy mentioned, like Andreas, again, nice guy, able to break things down in simple terms, all that kind of good stuff. But at the end of the day, is he the best, you know, average
representation?
Person? Yeah. You know, and but you're right, Michael Saylor completely detached, and any, I don't want to say any, but the majority of the people speaking on those stages completely detached.
Yeah. And like here's the negative thing. Those voices get amplified regardless of their opinion. And like we have right now, what's going on with Michael Saylor and Schiff, the drama is just getting unfolded.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute, folks.
Yeah. So like that's just a natural progression of it.
Is this Andy, are these the guys you're saying should be part of that community? Voorhees, you know what? I do like Eric Voorhees. I'm not going to lie. I do like him. So, you know what? He kind of goes up a little bit on that list. Dorsey, screw Dorsey. Yeah, seriously, screw Dorsey. And Musk, no, never. You know, Saylor, Charles, I'm assuming is who you mean by Chucky.
Yeah, I don't know who Chuck is.
I'm assuming Charles Hoskinson. And, you know, there was a point where I really did consider him like, man, get yourself in that White House when that administration changeover was happening and a lot of the conversations with crypto were going on. But
it just seems like every time it gets to that stage, someone's going to fold. It doesn't matter who you put over there. Someone's going to fold to whatever machine is running over.
It's in their best interest, right?
Yeah.
Hence my point about why are you going to go and listen to the FBI director about your Bitcoin? I don't care if they're not prosecuting it. That's going to last until the next administration comes in.
Right. And those 4-year cycles get shorter and shorter. At least they feel shorter and shorter.
It's like, come on. Anyway. Oh man, we should probably
I'm gonna bring up the next one. Just
yeah.
Integrate it because it's there. Mr. Schiff, Mr. Sailor. Yeah.
Shifty.
Going at it again. Now, I think you were talking about this yesterday on HODL Line.
I did.
You explored it a little bit. It's a little bit interesting on what the argument is.
Please go ahead. I didn't mean
no, go ahead. Because I think you're a little bit more versed in this. Basically, Schiff is just calling STRC a Ponzi scheme. Investments that are coming in, new money coming in is paying off the old money that was already invested. And Sailor is basically saying everything is compliant and everything is in documentation and the filings. So he's being transparent about how money is generated and how it's being paid out. Just so you understand, the APY on the preferred stock that's being offered is 11.5%, which is the dividend, and it's paid out monthly. So it's very attractive. And I can see a lot of people wanting to get into this as a stable way of getting some passive income on their investments.
But it's not. Bitcoin is not a yield generating commodity.
No, the appreciation is what they're betting on, right? And that 2% is what they're saying is all that's required annually in order for him to be clean and easy.
I'm sorry. I have to bring this up.
Did I actually say it that way?
I didn't catch it, but Andy's on top of that.
It just slips out. I don't even know when it's happening.
Oh man. Yeah. I have been saying that what Sailor's got going on since he launched this whole preferred stock thing is this is a Ponzi scheme. That's all this is. This is a Ponzi scheme. So when I saw that Schiff kind of laid it out there, I'm like, you're a little late to the party, buddy. But and listen, let's be honest. A couple of things with regard to Schiff, right? Gold Maxi, for those who aren't familiar with him, and whatever, got no issue with gold. Definitely don't. But I think he utilizes this gold versus Bitcoin thing to keep himself relevant, in my opinion.
Definitely. Yeah.
In my opinion. And not that he's got bad ideas. His take on a lot of what's going on with the economy, that kind of thing, what the Fed is doing, all that kind of stuff is pretty much spot on the money.
Yeah.
But he'd be another voice in the void if he didn't constantly try to pick gold against Bitcoin, in my opinion. What do you think about that?
Yeah. No, I totally agree that that's for publicity. It's an attention seeker. And because some of his arguments are clearly just ridiculous. But when you dive into his actual thesis and his perception of sound money, basically, right? It's clear. It's a good argument, right? But a lot of the things that he's tweeting about is really for attention seeking. Although I don't think he's wrong with what he's saying with strategy and what they're doing with their investments right now. And it's catching fire. I think they had a record amount of inflows just recently this month. Let me just see if I can pull that up, but it was quite a bit of money that came in. Give me 1 second here and see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to bring up the comment here. And there you go. I think it's a Ponzi until it gets back up over 100K. And I get why you're saying that. My point like from earlier is, okay, great, but NGU doesn't necessarily produce dividends forever. Just my opinion.
Yeah, well, and that's why I'm saying, and I even said that on your stream yesterday. It's a Ponzi until it starts working, and then no longer it's a Ponzi, right?
Right.
Once it starts working, it starts working. And they hit a single day record in volume. It was April 13th of $1.1 billion. That's enough to fund a lot more Bitcoin. That's quite a bit of cash.
Oh, hell to the yeah. Hell to the yeah. I don't know. I get why some entities would want like a strategy solution or an ETF solution or whatever, because they have to operate within a certain regulatory framework. Makes sense. But like, I don't know, if you had the opportunity, when I say you, I'm talking the yous that are watching this and the yous that'll be watching this on the replay. Why not just hold it yourself, man? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and just eliminate all this crap as long as you're holding it in self-custody. And Badel's in the house. Appreciate you being here, brother. Welcome.
It's an investment tool for passive income, and it works while it works. What happens when everyone starts to exit is a whole other story. Strategy is in a huge mess if that were to happen.
Well,
and that, like, if I don't know what their average buy price is, but when people are talking about Bitcoin dropping into the 50s, I'm pretty sure that's going to send off some alarm bells over there.
Oh,
I'm not saying they're going to be in trouble, and maybe that's a short-term thing, but I don't know how well.
I think his average buy price now is somewhere around 73. So I think, don't beat me up in the comments if I'm off by a couple of grand there, but I think that's pretty close. And I don't know. It's just, man, it's a bad look for the space. It's a bad look for the space. You're out here being the evangelist for Bitcoin, and you're doing everything the opposite of the ethos of the space. You're centralizing it. You're just leveraging debt. Which
and like, is he also adding confusion to the space? Because like there are other cryptos out there that you can earn yield from holding it.
That is true.
The token itself, like Ethereum and Solana, you can earn an APY, maybe not that dramatic, maybe 5 to 8%, depending on which one you're looking at. But those are reasonable, and they're built in. They're a built-in mechanism for it. And you're kind of confusing the space by saying that you can earn yield on Bitcoin only through this method.
Right.
I don't know. I just think it's not the way it was designed, right?
Right. And think about it. That you kind of hit the nail right on the head there with saying, yeah, you can only do it this way.
Right.
That should be your like alarm bells and red flags and all that right there. Don't you think that the cryptocurrency space would have a better way?
Yeah.
Just saying, it's a crypto native asset. It's a blockchain native asset, right?
Yeah. Just take a look around. That's all you really have to do.
I'm just saying. Man. Jeez. Okay. So, Jar.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask the question again. Is this crypto winning? Is this what winning looks like?
Right now, no.
Yeah.
Like I said, when price goes up, yes, we're winning. We're doing great. But right now, no, it just makes things uglier and murkies the water. So, no, we're not winning right now. What do you think? I already know your answer, but I know.
I think my answer has been pretty damn clear, and I don't expect that I'm going to deviate from it as we get into these next articles, for that matter, because I'll tell you what, things that we've literally talked about before. But like the scale, the enormity, and the consistency with which this stuff is happening, again, I think very much brought to light with things like Sailor, because you got people, we're going to talk wrench attacks and stuff like that, right? And who are going and literally taking people hostage, who are injuring people, who are kidnapping people. They're just, because they hear like, woo, I can get 11% yield at MicroStrategy. Yeah, doggy. You know, that Bitcoin, that's something.
The frequency and the scale is alarming right now, especially in France. This year alone. This is crazy. 41 kidnappings in France alone in the last 100 days. This is, to me, shocking. I thought this was over a longer period of time. I didn't know it was like such a short period of time.
Yeah, first 100 days. Yeah.
Yeah, but Gervaux was talking about this is related to a French database leak, a French tax database leak, where one of the officials was actually charged and arrested for this. This happened in 2025, and this tax official that sold the information was selling crypto investor data to criminal networks. So they have this data, they know exactly who to target. I don't think it's too hard to find out where they live, and then all of a sudden,
well, it's tax data.
Another.
They're literally pulling it off the tax rolls. They've got everything the government has, which is everything because they demand everything, right?
Right. And you know exactly what you're asking for, how much you're asking for, and where it is. So this is not hiding in plain sight. This is just out there now.
Yep. I know we're going to talk DeFi in a minute, but it really, in my opinion, helps to bolster the case for DeFi and get away from the centralized crap and government regulation and complacency that we're seeing at the Bitcoin conference right now. Did I put that out there yet? Anyway, I just, it's just wrong. People,
these attacks are insane.
And folks, listen, I did put like 4 different links to some security tips for like your home, how to fortify your home, tips for when you're traveling. So if you happen to be at the Bitcoin conference, hopefully you're taking advantage of utilizing some of these tips, stuff for your own personal security tips, things like that. So go ahead and check those out. The links are in the description. And
do you also have some of your guides? Because your guides are incredibly helpful for helping getting those set up as well.
Yeah, that's the ones I'm talking about. Those are the links I put in the descriptions, and it's be safe, people. Be safe. You at the end of the day, you're responsible for your safety. You just are. Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
What do we got here? South Africa. Let me
this
one. What are they doing over in South Africa?
Well, be careful where you're traveling because they can demand your private keys.
Right. Officers can be compelled and asked for the surrender of passwords, PINs, private keys on demand, or it's a criminal offense.
Yep.
All on demand. Fines can go up as high as 60,000 US or 5 years in prison. Compulsory surrender. That's regulation number 8 that they're trying to impose right now. Now, is this already in effect or is this a proposal?
As far as I'm aware, this is already in effect.
Wow.
And
oh my God,
don't be thinking that South Africa is the only place that this is going to happen, folks.
Oh, no. This is like a testing ground.
Yeah. I mean, come on now. We're going to be seeing more and more of this. And
take a sample, see how it works, refine.
Exactly.
And then deploy. Yeah.
Think about it. Why do you think they want all this age verification? Why do you think they want to be getting all your PII, your private identifying information, and having it, not that your refrigerator and your stove and your phone and everything else doesn't spy on you already, but that notwithstanding,
it's not crazy. It's crazy that you just said that, but it's true, right?
It is true. I sound like if somebody was watching this live stream 10 years ago, they'd say this guy is
what's
off
this
his rocker.
Talking about? Your fridge is listening to you, really? Your fridge can actually listen to you.
It's just crazy. And what did Bedell say? Oh, there we go. So BTC conference will be in Nashville next year. So there you
All
go.
right, that's confirmed, I guess. All right, that's cool. All right, good.
Thank
Out
you
of
for that
Vegas,
information, Bedell. Appreciate that.
back to Nashville.
Not that I might still go. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I think I'm going to focus on more locals and regionals. Did you hear about Europe passing some bill that will get access to all of their data for the next? Really? No,
Wow.
I didn't.
Are you starting to feel like it's time to go analog more and more? Like just get everything.
Sir. Well, did you?
Burn the diff.
2026. That thing that just I think it passed in Congress, or if it's not, it's working its way through Congress. That cars built after 2026 have to have kill switches in them.
Wow.
Welcome to the new United States of America, folks. And then you wonder why I'm getting aggravated with what the conferences this that's supposed to be helping people with their freedom is bringing in the very people who are trying to regulate them. And I love the fact that he just put this here. Yes, Monero for sure, and Darrow. I love the fact that you put Darrow. I love Darrow. The only other one I'd add to that is Pirate Chain. I like Pirate Chain too. So
Pirate Chain's great.
Yeah, as privacy coins are concerned, and to the point that Jar, what do you think? Privacy coins, in my opinion, going to be where it's at for the next, I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely. We've already seen quite a bit of a shift into privacy coins. I can see that growing exponentially as more and more of this starts to tighten down. As as all these centralized exchanges, like I was looking at last week, are requiring KYC. It's harder and harder for you just to exchange the crypto that you have. So they're just all falling into play. DEXs, privacy coins are all going to be, at least my focus. I can see other people jumping on board with that as well.
Yeah. Oh man, seriously though, it's like I DEXs, so DeFi and listen, privacy coins, folks. I'm just saying. Wait. I should probably put this up here, right? There you go. Oh, how about this one? Even better. How about that one? Even better. Because
definitely put the legal and tax in there.
Yeah, well, I put that. The reason I said that was because I don't know what country everybody's listening from. Who the hell knows? You know what I mean? But do what's best for you, folks. Do what's best for you. Yeah. And Bedell just said July on, I'm guessing that's the dates for the Nashville conference. Woo, there you go.
Nashville.
There you go. He says he's already chatting with Shuby about it because Shuby's not far from there. There you go.
Okay. Locals. That's good. That's good.
Anyway, speaking of DeFi, I think that's what we got next, right? Basically, I was just about to say April's been a crappy month.
Wow.
For DeFi.
You want to talk about records? Wow.
I know. Not in a good way either. Yeah, exactly.
April hacks have amounted to $606 million stolen across 12 different incidences in just 18 days. And by the way, we're not done April yet. Today is April 28th. So can we go a little bit further? We have time.
Oh man, it's so true. It's and not in the good way, folks. Not in the good way.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is obviously. Oh wait, hang on. Sorry about that. What's going on overall? This to me is just, what's the word I want? A symptom of the overall problem. You know what I mean? The fact that these hacks can happen. One, the fact that they're, well, I guess if they're profitable, they're going to do it, right? But like, I don't know. It just gets my blood pumping because they're state-sponsored actors, as it mentions here. The Lazarus Group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And using many different methods, smart contract manipulation, social engineering, like there's many different methods to get to it. So you can't just say it's one particular one. AI is supposed to help protect against this, but it can also assist in it as
Oh,
well.
it's
So
assisting.
it goes in
Yeah.
it goes in both different ways.
And I love
and
Andy. That we need to GoFundMe for DeFi. Yeah. Yeah. Clear these hacks. Actually, I'm putting together an article that's talking about what the latest thing is, because the majority of what Jar mentioned here is due to the kelp bridge hack. So I'm putting together an article. Hopefully it'll drop on my website by Thursday, and that'll give you all the latest information with regard to that. But so stay tuned. I'll put that out as soon as I finish it. But bottom line is, this April, we're just getting into Q2.
Yes. So April is 3 times more than the entire quarter already. And in 2026, we already have $771 million that have been weaseled out in 47 different instances. So there's been quite a bit of nefarious activities in 2026 already.
And there's more of that coming.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Sad truth, right? I mean, do you agree, Jar, or do you think maybe now?
I don't think they're slowing down. If anything,
the
scale is showing it up and to the right. So it's like a crypto chart that you'd want it to be, is up and to the right, except for the wrong reasons. So I don't see it slowing down. This is definitely picking up.
And that's the proper song. Wheels on the bus, round and round, round and round. Yeah. Love Andy. It's I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's a sad fact of the space, and hopefully the developers and these projects learn from this.
If it's going to be multi-sig, really be multi-sig, right? Like, let's not pretend and use it as marketing. Let's actually enforce what it's supposed to be. Facts. Some of these incidences wouldn't happen if that was the case.
See, another mic drop there, folks. Jar just did it. Boop, bah. And there it is. There it is. There it is.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, this money is pooled, and people are trying to earn on top of it. They're trying to use liquid and just move it around and get a return multiple times over. They're all linked together in some form. So if one major incident attacks one DEX or liquidity system, it eventually spills over to another and another, and the entire space is impacted, right? Yeah,
that's what we're seeing with this whole kelp thing. Amplifier BTC in the house.
Amplifier, welcome.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me ask. We'll keep it simple, Jar. I was gonna ask, is this crypto winning? But we'll save that one. We'll save that one to the end.
Self-explanatory.
We'll save that one to the end again. But do you think that these programmers, these developers, these platforms, are they going to learn their lesson with this?
Well, I want to say yes, CCM.
Exactly. I'd like to say yes.
But is it not accelerating instead of slowing down? Like, it just every month, every day. I mean, in April was every 2.5 days something was happening. So I think we're accelerating. This is not looking good. And again, it's going back to, should we move to analog? And just get rid of everything digital, right? Like, it's starting to get a little too creepy for me.
I agree.
On top of another.
I agree. It's folks. It's is that our last article? Did we
that is the last one.
Oh, so there we go. So I guess I should have ended with that question. Okay, folks, tell me in the chat, is this crypto winning? Everything we just put out to you here today. And listen, I know this has been an overall me kind of pissing on a lot of things. And I'd rather be honest with you and share my honest opinion with you. And that's exactly what it is my opinion. But it's a black eye in the space, in my opinion. Overall, it doesn't bode well for people who are just coming into the space, who get curious about things. They bad enough the press and everybody else has been like, oh, it's ruining the environment, mining Bitcoin and this and that. It's for like hackers and scammers and this, that, and the other thing. And here you go. We're literally proving them right with stuff like this happening in the space. it needs to change, folks, and we need to hold, in my opinion, these people's developers, etc., feet to the fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just do.
Love to see
And with our money, you know what I mean? And we see it's wrong, we move on to something that works.
Yeah.
Any input about that, Joe? I know something.
No, it's like, should we create our own crypto island, and then everyone just moves over there, and then you only interact with your own people? Like, there's been lots of ideas like that floating around, but they never really pan out. It doesn't really work. You got to be able to mix the old with the new in a happy space, but I don't know if that's. I don't want to be. I haven't been too optimistic on the last few streams, have I? It's just been pretty negative.
Well, but Jar, it's like we're showing it, man. We're like proving.
Proof is in the pudding, right? It's there.
We ain't making this stuff up, folks. That's why in every one of these streams I put links to everything we're talking about in the description, because we're pulling this just like you can pull it, and you can go do your own research, and that's the point. We're giving you our opinion, we're giving you the facts, we're giving you our opinion, but like at the end of the day, guess what? You got to do what's best for you, and
absolutely,
you got to do your own research. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
that's to be doing it. I say we wrap this thing up. We've
actually I just want to bring up one comment here. That
go ahead.
It's over here from Amplifier Gaming, because he's asking about the node factory and rewards for BTC. So BTC after electricity cost is not profitable right now. That's why if you have a miner with us, you're not receiving rewards. I believe once it gets into the 80s, the S21 Pros, the XPs, and everything else are profitable. They're running, but they're running at cost, and we're funding the operation of these miners right now. If it continues to spiral downwards, we'll be forced to turn off the Bitcoin miners as well. But right now they're below break even, so no rewards are going to be paid out until it's profitable again. And I'm hoping we get this cycle's over. I want it to be back up. But once we're in the 80s and above, that's when we can start seeing the mechanism come back into place. So I just wanted to make sure I pointed that out, because that's a good question.
No, that is a good question, and let's hope, because I got my own in there too. Man. So there we go. So Jar, what's going on? Are you going to be live tomorrow?
I'm going to be live tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the 1:30 p.m. Stream Eastern Standard Time called the Mainnet. I'm going to be talking about some things, but there isn't a whole lot to talk about. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be installing one of these AI agents on my Seeker phone, and I'll be talking about some new dApps. I've been scared to do this, but I'm just going to bite the bullet. And I mean, what else could happen? There's nothing else could really. Well, what's the worst that could happen? I'm giving it access to my wallet, and it's an AI agent. So there is some bad things that could happen, but I'm willing to roll the dice. And I'm going to limit my interaction with it. But I'm going to install it live, and I've been asked about it a lot. So I'm going to get into that a little bit and just at least sample it. I can always uninstall, right? Maybe it's
let's hope.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Now, also, I thought I saw, or you mentioned it last week, something about you're building something for Solana.
Oh yeah, so I can actually show it right now. It's not functional, completely functional. I've been vibe coding. I think that's what they call it. Let's see if I can pull it up here. And basically, it's a tool. And I want to show inflows and outflows for the Seeker token. Just give me a second here and I'll pull it up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. And just bringing up Jesse's comment here. Listen, oh, man, you got to go back and watch the live stream I had last night where we're talking about AI and quantum.
Oh, God. That's a scary conversation,
but like all legit. Again, that's why I provide links to everything, so you go do your own research. But facts there.
All right, here is the tool that I'm putting together right now. I made sure I put under construction in here because the data isn't always accurate, but it's to judge what's happening with the Seeker token itself. The reason why I'm putting this tool is As we get closer to whenever season 2 ends, I believe there's going to be a dramatic price decrease, and I want people to have a heads up on that. So if you're speculating, you should know about it. Even if you're a long-term holder, you should know what's coming through the cycle. So it's reporting inflow data, but getting the outflow data is a little bit sus. The way they're unstaking and pulling it off the chain, I can't get the clear data out right now, and I'm trying to figure out why that's not possible. So I'm still developing this. Hopefully it'll be up and running by the end of the week. I've been having a very good conversation with my friend Claude. He's been very helpful figuring some of this stuff out. These tools, these AI tools are incredible. Like I did some programming like 20 years ago, and I can look at code and I can sort of understand it, but there's no way I'm building this. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just putting in some questions and it's building it for me. It's pretty cool. So we'll see if I can get it up and running though.
AI can be very, very helpful.
Yeah, it can. It definitely can.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And yeah, you're right. Quantum definitely. Yeah, stay tuned. We're going to stay on top of the latest developments and so on and so forth.
Are you chatting about that later this week, or do you have any more streams coming up?
Well, no. Well, this week, the only thing I've got coming up is my normal Friday Crypto on the Rocks. And thank you, Bedell. Thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Bedell. And happy belated birthday.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's the only thing this week. But the way it's been going, I mean, there's just been so much happening. I'm sure on another Hot of the Line episode, we'll be talking about it, although not for the next couple of weeks. Next couple of weeks, we actually have guests. This coming Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, BC, Bedell, and I will have the crux of crypto on the show. So make sure you're tuning in for that. The following Monday, we got LBC, Lunar Beaches Crypto, going to be in the house. And we're going to have a very similar topic, basically asking them, what do they think is necessary to gain adoption of crypto, more widespread adoption, that kind of thing. And, what would they like to see projects do in the space to help facilitate that kind of is the base of the conversation. So be aware of those coming up. And then, of course, Jar and I will be here next week, right? It's not next week we're off. No, it's a couple of weeks where we won't be here. But we'll be back next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Time next Tuesday. And
hopefully we'll have some positive news. I just want to have some. I'm gonna make it my mission to at least find one article that's positive in the space right now that can shine a bright light, make us feel all warm and fuzzy.
There it is. We need a little warm and fuzzy. Need a warm and a fuzzy. Listen, seek out some local conferences in your area. And when you find some, let us know. Share it with us. I am truly interested because there are meetups in your area. There are regional, local conferences in your area. You just got to seek them out. So
absolutely. Good stuff. CCM, I think that's all the topics, right? We got everything going there.
I think so. And yeah, there you go.
we are, Andy. It's hopefully things will turn sooner than later.
Yep. Hopefully. Yeah, exactly. All right. I say we're out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Smash the like button on the way out. Thanks for joining us. Matrix Money Tuesday. Have a good one, guys.
Later.